Welcome back to our channel, everyone. Today, we have an extensive biography in store for you. We'll be delving into the life and career of one of the most prominent figures in American politics, President Joe Biden. So grab a cup of coffee, sit back, and join us on this journey through the extraordinary life of Joe Biden. Joseph Robinette Biden Jr., better known as Joe Biden, was born on November 20, 1942, in Scranton, Pennsylvania. Growing up in a working-class family, Joe learned the values of hard work, perseverance, and empathy from a young age. These values would shape his character and guide him throughout his life. Joe Biden's passion for public service was ignited during his formative years. Inspired by his family's discussions around the dinner table, he developed a deep interest in politics and social justice. This early exposure would lay the foundation for his remarkable career in public service. After graduating from the University of Delaware and Syracuse University Law School, Joe Biden embarked on his political journey. In 1972, at the age of 29, he became one of the youngest people ever elected to the United States Senate, representing the state of Delaware. Joe Biden's early years in the Senate were marked by tragedy. Just weeks before he was set to be sworn in, a devastating car accident claimed the lives of his wife, Nelia, and his daughter, Naomi. Despite this unimaginable loss, Joe found the strength to carry on and fulfill his duties as a senator. Throughout his tenure in the Senate, Joe Biden established himself as a dedicated legislator and a champion of various causes. He played a significant role in shaping important legislation, such as the Violence Against Women Act, the Assault Weapons Ban, and the Violence Against Women Act. In 2008, Joe Biden reached a pivotal moment in his career when he was chosen as the running mate for Senator Barack Obama in the presidential election. The Obama-Biden ticket won the election, and Joe Biden was sworn in as the 47th Vice President of the United States. As Vice President, Joe Biden played a critical role in the Obama administration. He was instrumental in guiding the passage of the Affordable Care Act, which aimed to provide health care access to millions of Americans. Joe also spearheaded the White House's efforts to combat cancer through the Cancer Moonshot Initiative. Joe Biden's tenure as vice president showcased his leadership skills, collaborative approach, and ability to connect with people from all walks of life. His dedication to public service and his passion for making a positive difference in the lives of Americans was evident throughout his time in office. In 2020, Joe Biden made history once again by running for President of the United States. His campaign focused on unity, empathy, and restoring the soul of the nation. Joe Biden's experience, steady demeanor, and vision for a brighter future resonated with voters across the country. On January 20, 2021, Joe Biden was inaugurated as the 46th President of the United States. His inauguration marked a new era, characterized by a commitment to addressing pressing issues such as the COVID-19 pandemic, racial injustice, climate change, and economic recovery. Since taking office, President Joe Biden has wasted no time in implementing his agenda. He has signed executive orders to reverse several policies of the previous administration, rejoined the Paris Agreement on climate change, and launched a comprehensive plan to combat the COVID-19 pandemic. President Biden's leadership style is defined by his empathy, pragmatism, and his belief in the power of unity. He has made it a priority to bridge divides, work across the aisle, and bring Americans together to address the challenges facing the nation. Beyond his political career, Joe Biden is a devoted family man. He is married to Dr. Jill Biden, a passionate educator, and they have a daughter named Ashley. Joe's love for his family has always been a driving force behind his desire to create a better future for all Americans. But our exploration of Joe Biden's life doesn't end there. Let's delve deeper into some of the significant moments and milestones that have shaped his career. As president, Joe Biden has prioritized addressing the urgent issue of climate change. In his first days in office, he rejoined the Paris Agreement, a global effort to combat climate change, signaling his commitment to environmental stewardship. He has also proposed an ambitious infrastructure plan that aims to invest in clean energy, create jobs, and modernize the country's transportation systems. Another important aspect of Joe Biden's presidency has been his commitment to racial justice and equality. He has called for police reform, advocated for voting rights, and established a task force to address the challenges faced by marginalized communities. His administration has prioritized diversity and inclusion, with a diverse cabinet and nominees for key positions. In response to the COVID-19 pandemic, President Biden has taken decisive action to protect the health and well-being of Americans. He has rolled out a comprehensive national vaccination program, implemented mask mandates, and provided economic relief through stimulus packages to individuals and businesses affected by the pandemic. Throughout his career, Joe Biden has also been a vocal advocate for affordable health care. He played a crucial role in the passage of the Affordable Care Act during his time as vice president, and he continues to champion efforts to expand access to quality health care for all Americans. In addition to his domestic policy agenda, President Biden has emphasized the importance of America's role on the global stage. He has reaffirmed alliances with international partners, re-engaged with international organizations, and taken steps to address global challenges such as nuclear proliferation and human rights abuses. Joe Biden's leadership style is characterized by his ability to empathize with others and his commitment to finding common ground. Throughout his career, he has prioritized reaching across the aisle to forge bipartisan solutions, and he continues to emphasize the need for unity and cooperation in a divided nation. As with any public figure, Joe Biden's career has not been without its share of controversies and scandals. It is important to provide a balanced perspective, so let's briefly touch upon some of the notable controversies associated with Joe Biden throughout his political career. One significant controversy was the Anita Hill hearings in 1991. Joe Biden, as the chairman of the Senate Judiciary Committee at the time, presided over the confirmation hearings for Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas. Critics accused Biden of mishandling the hearings and failing to adequately address allegations of sexual harassment brought forward by Anita Hill, which sparked a national conversation on workplace harassment. Another controversy that has attracted attention is Joe Biden's support for the 1994 crime bill. While the legislation aimed to address rising crime rates, it has been criticized for contributing to mass incarceration, particularly affecting minority communities. Critics argue that the bill's harsh sentencing provisions exacerbated systemic issues within the criminal justice system. In recent years, allegations of inappropriate touching and unwelcome physical contact have also surfaced against Joe Biden. Several women have come forward, accusing him of making them feel uncomfortable with his actions. Biden has apologized for any unintended discomfort caused, but maintained that his intentions were never inappropriate. Additionally, there has been scrutiny surrounding Hunter Biden, Joe Biden's son, and his business dealings. Questions have been raised about potential conflicts of interest and allegations of influence peddling. However, no evidence has been presented to suggest any illegal activities on Joe Biden's part. It is important to note that controversies and scandals are not uncommon in politics, and Joe Biden is no exception. However, it is up to each individual to examine the evidence, consider different perspectives, and form their own opinions on these matters. We hope this brief overview provides you with a balanced understanding of some of the controversies associated with Joe Biden. As always, we encourage further research and exploration to gain a comprehensive view of any public figure or political leader. As we conclude this extensive exploration of Joe Biden's life and career, we can't help but be inspired by his unwavering dedication to public service, his compassion for others, and his commitment to making a positive difference in the world. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey through the life of Joe Biden. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more fascinating content, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date. Until next time.